Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. Nicodemus saith unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Jesus answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again.
Look at your neighbor before you sit down and say, neighbor, you must be born again.
Be born again.
Find you somebody else and say, neighbor, you must be born again. Now touch yourself and just say, self, I must be born again. Come on, clap your hands, give God a hand of praise. Jesus said it 3 times in this passage of scriptures. In John the 3rd verse, he said, except a man be born again. In the 5th verse, he said, except a man be born of the water and of the Spirit. And then he said it again in the 7th verse, that ye must be born again. I went to Webster. Webster defines being born again as an experience, that a Christian experience that signifies that God is real, and it directs them to live and have a personal relationship with God. Webster also goes on and said, born again is something that comes from above, a new birth, a new beginning, an act of God. We must be born again. Nicodemus was a ruler of Pharisees, and the Pharisees in that day were very, they believed in the law. And they obeyed the law to the T. They crossed every T, they dotted every I. They did everything that they knew to do right. They fast twice a week. They paid their tithes. They believed in prayer. They believed in the Messiah coming. And they were a little self-righteous a little bit, but they believed in the law. And not only they believed in the law, studies tell us that they had to learn the first 5 books of the Bible and remember them by heart. To even be a Pharisee, you have to learn the books of the Bible just to be a Pharisee. How many of us would be disqualified as a Christian because we don't know the books of the Bible? How many? Yeah, thank God for the honest people. But to be a true Pharisee, that was one of their requirements, that you must learn these laws. They believed in the Old Testament. And so Nicodemus, and I was going to just ask if we could call Nicodemus Nick, but since we got a Nick in the church with us, I'm not going to pick on Nick today. I'm just going to stick with his whole name and just go with Nicodemus. So Nick, with his self-righteous self. Nick was crossing every T and dotting every I. Thought he had it all together, but there was still something missing on the inside of Nick. There was still a truth that he actually wanted. And so when Nicodemus did, the Bible says he went to Jesus by night. Anytime you got to go to God and you're ashamed you're going to God, you probably don't need to be going.
Amen.
Because the Bible says if you be ashamed of me, then I'll also be ashamed of you. So if you're going to serve God, you should serve God boldly. You should serve God and let the world know that you serve God. Your job should know you're a Christian. Your job. And so when Nick,
it's called my Nickelodeon.
Thank you, Anna Grace. Nick said, well, I'm just going to go and I'm going to try to find out some more about Jesus Christ. And when he made it to Jesus, he said, Rabbi, he said, I know that you're a teacher and that the miracles that you work are of God. I know that they're of God. I know that God is with you. I got enough sense to realize that the hand of the Lord is upon you. And then what Jesus did, Jesus didn't even pay attention to what he was saying. He just wanted to know, except the man be born again. Have you been born again? I already know you go to church. I already know you pay tithes. I already know you shout, you dance. I know you fast twice a week. But I need to know, are you born again? And see, a lot of people come to church, we sing in the choir, we worship, but we've not really been born again. See, and in the church, we think that because we got baptized, and that's why I try to tell the children, let these children grow up and realize what it means to be baptized. Because I met people on the street drunk, and when I asked them how they saved, the first thing they say, I've been baptized. I met people that sleep with other people's husbands and other people's wives, and the first thing they say, I'm saved. But I've been baptized, but to be baptized does not mean you've been born again.
You preaching.
When he goes and say, except you come by the Spirit and the water, that don't mean by the water baptism. That means by the Spirit of God living and dwelling on the inside of you. So here Nicodemus is, and Nicodemus is trying to ask a question, or trying to ask some things, and Jesus just want to know, have you been born again?
You preaching, Pastor.
While we're sitting up listening to people talking about, I'm hurt over this relationship, I'm hurt over my job. Baby, have you been born again? While we're kidding back when people tell them it's going to be all right. No, you need to be born again.
Preaching.
See, once you have been born again, and then the Spirit of God is on the inside of you, then the pain that we experience, surely, guess what? It ain't our pain no more. Because greater is He that's in me, and in you, that He is in the world. So when the pain gets unbearable, because I've been born again, now He has to bear my pain. He has to carry my burden. So ask your neighbor, have you been born again? You need to at least kind of answer them. And so here they were, and we have a group that think the water baptism guarantees you a right to eternal life. And I try to encourage the young people, and I see my wife would tell Nehemiah and Anna, because sometimes they not saved, did not take communion, and then Anna Grace would get upset and start crying because she wants to take communion, and she doesn't even know what it means. But she wants to do it because everybody else is doing it. When I got saved the first time, I did it because my friends got saved. And when I found out my friends backslid, I backslid too. And I wanted to be baptized because my friends got baptized. And I didn't know the real meaning of it. And if you're going to be baptized, if you're going to take Holy Communion, then you need to know what the real meaning of it is. Sad thing about life right now, some of us come to church because we've been brought to church our whole life, and no real change is taking place in our lives. The only reason we come is because it's robotic. We've done it. It's Sunday. I know I need to go to church. But when you become born again, you're going to come to church because I want something from God. When you've been born again, you're not coming looking around seeing who here, who ain't here. I'm just trying to see is God's presence here. And if I can feel God's presence, I don't care if Bobby ain't here. I don't care if Mally ain't here. I'm just glad God is still here. I'm glad His presence is still here. I'm glad the anointing is still here. See, sometimes we come to church here and we look for the wrong thing. Maybe I ain't looking for no carpet. I ain't looking for no lights. I'm trying to get in touch with God. Because in the midnight hour, Billy Bob ain't there, Sammy ain't there. In the midnight hour, I have to call on my God. Have you been born again? I've been baptized 4 times in my life. First time I got baptized, it didn't take me far enough up in the pool. Man, bumped my head up against the pool.
My Lord.
So you know that baptism was messed up from the start. I'm for real. Bumped me up against it. Bumped my head up. The same baptism automatically messed up. But the water baptism does not change your life. When I got done being baptized, because I had not been born again, guess what? I went right back to sin. I went right back to lying. But when you've been born again,
Yes, sir.
and when you have asked God, God, I want to be born again. See, I want more than just to be saved. See, a lot of y'all saved, but you ain't been born again. And the reason I know you ain't been born again, because you still cussing, you got unforgiveness, you judging folks, you lying, you doing all these things. So you ain't really been born again. See, because when you've been born again, Nicodemus said, what does it mean? So does that mean I need to enter back into my mother's womb? No. No, we're talking about something spiritual. Being born again. Listen to what it's saying. It's really elementary. It means that the old man has died. The man that used to like to lie, he dead now. The man that used to like to fornicate, he dead now. The man that used to like to run the streets, he dead now. And so now I got a new spirit. I've been born again. So when you come to try to get me to go to the club, I can't go because I've been born again. But if you've not been born again, you'll still go to the club, you'll still lie, you'll still steal. You just saved. You believe in Jesus Christ, but you got to tell God, I want to be born again. I want to be saved and saint. But we listen to the song in the back, what they say in the song, Nick, saved and sanctified.
Baptized.
Holy Ghost filled and fire baptized. I want to be born again.
Yes, sir.
I want to be born again that when people start gossiping, it just makes me want to regurgitate. I want to be born again that when I hear cussing, something just irritates my spirit. I want to be born again that when folks start talking about negative things, something goes in my spirit and say, I just can't take it. I want to be born again until when I think about my own sins, my stomach. You know, folks ain't been born again when they can talk about everything they did, they be smiling. I used to run the streets. I used to have a lot of women. I used to be church. And you smile. No, you ain't been born again. The Bible said that when you come into this life, the things that you did in the dark, that you become ashamed of them. It ain't no bragging right to talk about how many men you don't have, how many women you don't have, how many folks you don't got over. When you've been born again, you become ashamed of all the evil things that you've done, and you got enough sense to go back and repent. Good your neighbor said, we gotta be born again. You gotta be born of his spirit. So Nicodemus goes to Jesus and started asking him, I'm religious, I go to church, but I need to be born again. Because going to church, singing in the choir, coming up getting prayed for every week, I'm still the same. Jesus. Ain't nothing changed. My Lord. Still do the same things I used to do, still go to the same place I used to go. No, God, I want to be born again. As religious, they said that this man obeyed the law. Everything he knew to do, he knew he did. But there was a piece of his life still missing. There was a piece of his life that still was empty. And y'all know I'm telling you, it does not matter how much money you get. It does not matter how many folks say you pretty or you handsome. It does not matter what type of car you drive. Until you be born again, it's still an emptiness from the inside. You will be in a nice car still complaining. You have a man that loves you still in sickness. But baby, when you've been born again, you can be living in a two-bed flat, in a two-bedroom flat. So I got no peace in this flat. Then I had to mention, anybody ever left a dude, he wasn't no good to you, and then God gave you peace. He gave you more peace. You may have to move back with your mama. You may have to go sleep on the floor, but you had no peace living holy. You had no peace living. Tell your neighbor, you got to be born again. Well, Pastor Smith, how do? And we're going to finish. Brother, flip over real quickly. Flip over real quickly to Matthew the 13th. Matthew 7, verse 13. Chapter 7, verse 13. We almost done. Just tell you that we got to be born again.
Got to be born again.
Tell you now, I'm tired of folks just jumping and shouting me and I ain't been born again.
Preaching.
I'm tired of folks patting me on the back telling me I'm going to be all right and I ain't even been born again. I'm tired of folks talking about my money coming out and I've been born again. I'm tired of folks talking about it's going to get better and I ain't even been born again. Tell you that I got to be born again. I'm tired of going to the liquor store. I'm tired of buying them lottery tickets. I'm tired of buying them scratch off. I'm tired of
Preaching.
They laughing, but it's going to be all right. You got to be born again.
Got to be born again.
And if you don't bought one of them tickets and you shouldn't have bought it, you better pay your tithes. Next God forgive you.
Glory to God.
But when you be born again, you ain't got to buy no scratch offs.
That's right.
When you been born again, you can tell the Lord, I'm taking you at your word. You told me that if I give my tip, you bless tonight. You told me you bless me, press down, shake it together, my cup gonna run over. Read Matthew the 7th chapter, verse 13. He said, what?
Enter ye in at the straight gate.
You got to come in the straight. This way that God has was a straight gate. It ain't no curves or no crooked. You got to go in through the straight gate. Read the scripture, mother.
For wide is the gate.
Wide is the gate.
And broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in their end.
Many folks are going down the wide gate.
The wide gate.
Many people are going down their way of destruction.
Amen.
And this is how you know you should follow the crowd. Because most time, y'all ever seen that when a fight break out, everybody running to the fight? I'd imagine that don't make no sense. Talking about they shoot, you running to the shoot, you need to run away from the shoot.
Exactly.
And what the enemy does, the enemy has some of our minds so captivated
until we don't even see that we're led to destruction. We don't even see that the people that we follow, their life already messed up. They already doomed. They got all this stuff and still ain't happy. They got all these things and still miserable because they don't have a mind to be born again. Once your mind is to be born again, I don't care how many folks go to Club Love, I ain't going. When your mind is born again, I don't care how much money they tell you can win down at Fitzgerald. I'm not going to go. I don't care. Fitzgerald is still over there. Thank you, Chris. Read.
Because straight is the gate.
Straight is the gate. Straight is the gate. And narrow is the way.
Yes.
That leadeth to light. So if you're gonna walk this way, you got to walk straight. You got to look forward. You can't be looking back. You can't remember the things that are behind you. You got to have a made up mind. I'm gonna rather have Jesus more than silver and gold. And then you got to be honest with yourself. I have to be honest with myself. Look at everything that you left for God, and what did it profit you? It didn't profit you nothing. Anytime you leave anything for God, you automatically are a loser. But anytime you give up stuff for God, you automatically become a winner. And every now and then you got to make up in your mind, if I'm going to go all by myself, I got to make up now. Am I going to be talked about? Yeah, you're going to be talked about. It's going to go this like it, yeah, you're going to be talked about. But I'm trying to be born again. I'm trying to have a new mindset. Speak louder. And few they find narrow is the gate that leads to life. And then the door of destruction is wide. It's wide. Wide is the gate. As broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And how what? Many. And many that go there. When it comes to things of the world does not have to do a bunch of advertisement for what they do. The world does not have to do, thank you, young. I like the young folks on the front row because they just tell the truth. Y'all deep folks back there, y'all trying like y'all ain't getting nothing. But we're going to be honest, we're going to make it to heaven. And what the world does, the world makes it seem exciting. It makes it seem entertaining. And then before you know it, your life is gone. Brother Steve just buried their nephew. What are you, 32 years old? 30 years old the other day. And someone told me out in the parking lot, I don't know, Steve, whatever, that they told him he had a year to live. Jesus. And in my mind, being a preacher, I was just thinking, what did he do in that year? If you told me I had a year to live, she could cuss me out. She could cuss me out. She could keep me. I don't care. I'm going to heaven. Lord, I love you. I love you. If I just had a year to live, 1,000 folks say, come go to the club. I ain't going to no club. I ain't got to live. I'm going to live holy. I'm going to live right because my days are numbered. All our lives and our years are just a vapor. And that's why we should not be playing with folks. Instead of patting folks on the back, telling them, you going to be all right. I know they made you mad. The devil isn't like the devil after your soul. The devil trying to kill you. And so what I got to do, I got to find out how you been born again. Are you saved and sanctified? So I'm mad. You don't know how they did me. But don't you know that you can enter into heaven, man? The Bible said, you can't forgive your brother who you see every day. Then how can your heavenly Father forgive you? And what messes us up, Brother Steve, is that we go around here and be mad at folks because of what folks have done to us, and we never get mad at ourselves for what we have done to folks. Because just like folks have hurt you, you don't hurt somebody too. And you got to go back and say, I'm sorry, just like you will never come back and say that this house. But once you've been born again, you ain't going to go to bed angry with nobody. When you've been born again, when you've been born again, yes, sir. You're not going to have a problem with Zia and then never tell Zia and then tell her. Come on, man. Me and Zia sing every song in the praise and she all that. I ain't know, I can sing too. I ain't know that girl can sing. I can sing too. And Zia, you know what? Then when you see Zia, I enjoyed you today. You ain't been born again. See, because when you've been born again, you'll stand up and say, Zia can sing better than me. Zia can shout better than me. When you've been born again, the Bible says, exalt another over yourself. But see, when you ain't been born again, you'll smile in their face.
Candace, the school teachers here, and school teachers know that's one of the hardest things to get in the line. Stand up in the line straight.
And look here, lean on, and they do it every day. But no one likes to go in a straight line. No one. Everyone wants a detour. Everyone wants a shortcut. But tell your neighbor, in this walk, ain't no shortcuts.
Ain't no shortcuts in this walk.
In this walk, you got to live for God, or you got to live for Satan. He doesn't want you to leave warm. He don't want you. He'd rather take you hot or cold. He wants you to make up in your mind that I want a mind to live for God. Is it going to cost you something? It's going to cost you something because everybody don't want to go. We just read it right there. Few just don't enter in. So everybody don't want to be born again. Everybody don't want to be sanctified. And some folks mad at me right now because I ain't hooping and hopping. But I'm trying to tell you how to get eternal life. I'm trying to tell you how to enter into the kingdom. Because when you get that jumping and shouting, and you ain't got nothing in your spirit, you sounding like them sinners. You sounding like the other. But when you get born again, you can stand on God's word, and you can be like a tree planted by the rivers of waters that you bring forth fruit in its season and its leaves. Somebody just shout, be born again. Read the Bible before we finish.
Which leadeth unto life.
Yes, ma'am.
And few there be that find.
So when you become born again and you don't see no other whole lot of folk doing it, don't worry about it. The Bible just said few. It's just going to be a few, y'all. It ain't going to be no whole lot. The Bible be jumping up and down, but the reward is going to be great. Read the scripture.
It says, beware of false prophets.
Beware of false prophets.
Which come to you.
Some folks will prophesy to you because they know you got a good job. Some folks will prophesy to you and refrain from telling you stuff because they know you got money. But you need some real prophets that'll show up and say, I know you got a raise on your job, but baby, you need to be born again. I know you got a brand new house, but baby, you need to be born again. And see, we don't like those type of prophets. We want folks that see houses and cars. But every now and then you need a prophet show up. He said, get your soul right. Get your mind right. Get on the altar to pray. Get on the altar to repent. Tell your neighbor, you got to be born again. Read the scripture, mother.
False prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
But inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles?
Read, mother.
Even so every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit.
When you're not born again, you corrupt. And all you bring forth is evil fruit. But when you've been born again, you know how to step into a hostile situation and command peace to be in that situation.
Amen.
When you've been born again, you know how to shut stuff down that's not godly.
Yeah.
When you've been born again, they'll say, don't fool with Sister Kelly because Sister Kelly's saved. They'll say, don't fool with Sister Johnson because Sister Johnson. But you got to have a made up mind that I'm going to be born again. That old man that used to gospel, I don't want to gospel anymore because it ain't got you nowhere. That old person that wanted to run the street, I ain't running. See, everybody that's going through ought to be mad at the devil because the devil had you in the streets. Can we just talk sit down? We almost finished. He had you getting drunk, had you getting high, and then when you came down, you still had the same problem.
My Lord.
Had none changed.
Nothing.
You felt the same way. But the other day I saw a man lost both his children, lost his home. But somehow God had that man picking them up and putting them up. It's something. Your 3-year-old daughter in a house fire, and you still doing this.
Hey, come.
See, when you've been born again, I'm not saying stuff won't hurt you, but when you've been born again, and when that stuff look like it's been overtaking, God said, no, I'm going to step in. That's my son. That's my daughter. When you've been born again, and look like you ain't got no peace, God steps in and said, greatest here that's on the inside of you. The greatest in the world. Somebody just shout, I want to be born again.
I want to be born again.
And we always can jump in just one. See, because when we come to the altar, let me define it. When you come to the altar and get prayer, that's not being born again.
That's right.
You're here because you have problems. When you come to the altar and you repent for your sin, that's not be born again. You just say, I accept Jesus Christ as my Savior. I want to be saved. But when you are truly born again,
Yes, sir.
it's a life change.
Yes, it is.
When you truly, I'm going to have flashbacks in about 5 seconds. When you truly been born again, when you look at your hands look new. When you look at your feet look new. When you get away, bring forth no evil fruit.
Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
If you corrupted, you can't bring forth no good fruit.
Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire.
Every tree that bringeth forth not fruit is cast down. If you've been born again, and people are not saved because you're saved, if people's lives are not better because there's a light inside of you. When you've been born again, then he goes on down there and he tells them in 21, I think he said, depart from me, workers of iniquity. And then they said, they're not prophesying your name. See, there's people preaching, there's people singing, there's people, the message for all of us, it's not just for you, it's for the pulpit to the back door.
Amen.
Everybody, all of us got to be born again. All of us got to be filled with God's Spirit.
That's right.
All of us got to have a made up mind and say, God, I'm saved, but I'm still sinning.
Jesus.
I confess you as my Savior, but I still got this stuff in my life.
Take it out.
I want to be born again.
I want to be born.
I'm saved, but I can sit up and watch folk cuss on TV. I'm saved, but I can sit up and watch ugly things on television. No, I need to be born again. See, once I be born again, then my appetite becomes his appetite. So what God loves, I love. What God hates, I hate. So when I've been born again, it's not hard to present my body a living sacrifice because I've been born again. Holy and acceptable. So when the enemy tries to get me to do something with my body that's not holy, I got to say to the devil, this body belongs to God. Yeah, so I can't do that because I've been born again. But if you only say, if you only love God and you just come to church and you shout and you read the scripture and you fast twice a week, then you still go lie. You still have the ability to sin. You still have the ability to fornicate. But once you've been born again, once you say to the old man, you're going to die today. You're dying today. You dying. And guess what? We don't even have no funeral. I don't even want folks to know where you buried. You just going to die today.
Amen.
But today I want